live? Or are we back? Oh, what's good? Okay, so we're back again. We're back in the action. All right, this will be a part 2. Sorry about that, guys. My internet's been just been taking a dump on me lately. Been taking a dump on me lately. Thank you, Xfinity, for your wonderful, wonderful limited bandwidth. I really appreciate that. What's up, DJ? You know, I was just talking to my friend. When you guys were chatting, I was on the cell phone. I was telling my friend, you know, when will we have an internet where you're not limited to a bandwidth? Like, you know, when you can get a unlimited bandwidth where you're not being limited. I think if you're paying a high price for the internet, I think right there, you're already paying for it. But that's not enough. They still put a limit to it. I have yet to find a company, whether it's AT&T, Xfinity, all these other ones, that will give you unlimited bandwidth. And it kind of sucks, man. You know what I mean? I wish that there would be a company there that will give you unlimited bandwidth, you know, but unfortunately there isn't. All right, so in this part 2, I'm going to try to make it short. I'll make it like 15 to 20 minutes just to finish up my live stream, episode 11. So whatever questions you guys have, you got to ask them quick and fast, because I will just disappear. Yeah, DJ, I don't think so either. They're in business of making money. It's a monopoly business, you know. They don't care. They don't care if I like it or don't like it. Basically, if I don't like it, they're just going to tell me, hey, dude, you don't like the way we do our services, quit. And that's it. That's what they're going to tell me. But yeah, it kind of sucks. Do you think Samsung LED QLED are getting better or close to OLED? Here's the deal. Here's something people need to understand. And I'm going to try to explain this so in a very slow voice. Guys, whenever you have something like this big, this light that's emitting right now, whenever you have something behind the panel that's emitting light, it is really hard to control that light, and it's really hard to give you that pitch black deep dark levels. I mean, it's impressive what local dimming has been able to achieve, but it's really hard to do that when you have something emitting a light with a high peak brightness. OLED doesn't have anything behind the panel. That's why they're so thin. That's why they're so small, because it already has organic technology that's emitting throughout the panel by itself, meaning every and each pixel, every and each cell that's emitting, it's emitting by itself. The black, it's emitting by itself. The white, it's emitting by itself. The red, it's emitting by itself. The green, the yellow, it's emitting by itself. The blue, it's emitting by itself. Okay, all of these colors and everything, it's emitting by itself. So the LCD will never get to the point where the LED backlit will never get to the point where you have OLED type of pitch black levels. Micro LEDs, it's something that will be able to achieve that, because micro LEDs will emit by themselves. There won't be any LCD panel. It will be just micro LEDs, and they're going to emit by themselves, all the colors and everything. And it's going to be easy to control that deep dark levels. That's technology they're working on, micro LEDs. As long as you have LCD, and as long as you have the LED backlit, it's going to be hard for you to get that pitch black, perfect deep dark levels, okay? Just the way it is. You got 3 different layers, okay? One layer is the LCD panel. Second layer is the quantum dots, photons. And the third layer is the LED that's emitting the light that's beaming through the photons through these quantum dots. And then here's your LCD. Okay, that's how that works. With the OLED, there's just one panel, organic. You don't have any backlit. So hopefully this kind of gives you guys some understanding on how this works. Thank you, guys. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate it. You know, I wish that I was in a laboratory somewhere where I can show you how they put these panels together, where I can show you how LCD looks and what's behind the LCD, and where the LEDs are and how they're being emitted and how they're being controlled, why they call it the local dimming, why they call it the local dimming control, and how is that controlling the light and all of that stuff. I wish that I was there in the laboratory so I can show it to you, because I think the best way people can learn is when they see something visually and when they say, oh, now I understand what they mean by that. Now I understand why they call it that. Now I understand why it's done this way. And then people have better understanding. And I think that's how you teach people, by showing it to them, you know. Because when these professional calibrators, when they talk to you, they talk in professional language. They talk to you in a technical jogger. YCBCR Rex 70709 and GoBT 2020 and the NPP photon technology. They use a technical, fast language jogger, and you will get confused because that's what they're doing. They're talking in a technical language. You will never understand it. You can't watch these channels. You need to start from the basics. You need to understand, what is the LCD? And when did the LCD start? What was before LCD? How does the plasma work? What is the plasma? What's the CRT? You got to learn all these things. You have to go way back. You got to go way back. Start from the basics and then work your way up. And that's how you learn. You know, you can't just jump into, let's jump into this without knowing everything else before that. You got to learn what came before that before you can jump into this bigger thing that's, you know, QLED, LED backlit, LCD LED backlit, OLED. That's how you learn. Like in-plane switching. What is the in-plane switching? And why they call it the in-plane switching IPS? What is the vertical alignment? Why they call it the vertical alignment? What's the TN? You know, what does the twisted pneumatic means? Don't just memorize what twisted pneumatic is, but understand why they call it twisted pneumatic TN panel. These are the things you need to understand, how they're being designed and what their purpose is, why they're there. Don't just memorize something. All right. Sorry, guys. I know I'm just went off track here. Let's see. My Samsung Note 8 has a YouTube burn-in. I'm set. Same thing here. My S8 Plus, my Samsung S8 Plus has a burn-in. It's the record button. When you press record button, it's still there. It's like, you know, when when it's hot, it's like 120 degrees. You're in Arizona, 120 degrees, and you go to the parking lot and you press your finger and you press it really hard. Let's say not your finger, your thumb. You press it really hard and you hold it for like maybe a minute and you move away after a minute while you're pressing it on the pavement. And when you move away from the pavement, guess what happens? You left that mark. You left that mark, enclaved mark on that pavement. And same thing happened to my S8 Plus. It has that burn in. It's so annoying. Everywhere I look, it's always there. That stupid record button. It's always there. That's OLED for you. It's AMOLED, OLED, same thing. It's OLED. That's OLED. It's a sensitive technology. Sensitive technology. Note 9 has the same thing. So you're going to spend $1,200 in Note 9 knowing that this will happen in a year or so. By the time you pay off that phone, you're going to say, man, I just spent $1,500 on this freaking phone, equal to me buying a television, and here I am, got this burn in. Can't even sell this shit. And I just made AT&T happy or Verizon happy by giving them my money. OLED looks great. Don't get me wrong. This is coming from a guy who had 3 different OLEDs. But the technology is fragile. Technology is fragile. Why don't you fix that burn-in? Why don't you fix that retention? Maybe I'll buy you OLED again. That's it. That's all there is to it. Let's see what else we got. Mr4K, are you doing today? How am I doing today? I have a question. What would you recommend the sharpness on 1080p content? I say 20 for 1080p. 20 is good. If your default is 30, or if your default, let's say your default is 20, then go 15. If your default is 30, then go with 20. What I mean by default, your default line, where your sharpness is. So I would say 20. Keep it at 20 for 1080p. That's fine. Because you're going to be sitting 6 feet away, 7 feet away from the television to begin with. Keep it at 20. Yeah, they use the quantum dots, and they use a lot of quantum dots. Billions of colors, man. They use a lot of quantum dots behind the panel. I wish that Samsung would give me a replica, open prototype or something where I can show you just how much of quantum dots there is behind the panel. Obviously, I'm not going to open my TV to show you the panel behind. I'm not going to do that. But I wish that Samsung would send me something like that so I can show you just how much quantum dots there are. And when you beam the flashlight behind it, when you use the flashlight behind these photons, these quantum dots, just how much they represent the color accuracy. MC68, hi, Mr4K from Boston. Cheers, man. Boston, I know you guys are getting slammed with snow. There's tons of snow out there, man. He has a question. Do you have all your tech plugged into your audio video receiver or directly to your TV? Benefits from one another. In my living room, I do. I have my TXNR 777. In my other room where I do the tests, you guys seen that room where I have all the stuff in there and whatnot. That's the room that I do my tests. Where I do my tests, everything is plugged in directly. So there's no receiver being plugged in there. Everything is plugged in directly. So yeah, for the testing, I do everything directly. I plug in with my Belkin HDMI ultra high-speed cable directly from a console to a TV. And that's how I do it. But if you have a good receiver, if you have Onkyo TXNR 777 or 767 that has 8 HDCP 2.2 inputs and outputs, then you're good to go. You can just use that arc return, connect it to your TV, and it will work fine. Onkyo has the best. It has about 7, I think, 7 HDCP 2.2 HDMI inputs. They're all labeled black, and they're all HDCP 2.2, meaning they're pass-through, meaning that you can pass through Dolby Vision, HDR, Dolby Atmos, DTSX, everything through that input. And it's a cool thing, because once you connect all of your 7 devices, you're good to go. You just use your remote from your Onkyo and you switch. Which one do you want to switch to? And you never have to touch another remote control. But when I'm testing, when I'm doing the tests in my other room, then I connect everything directly. Directly is being connected. Okay, what else we got? What else we got? Let me see. Jeff says, my max, it's all at most 700 or less. $700. He's asking, what type of TV should I get for $700? First of all, Jeff, where are you located? What's your continent? What's your region? Are you in Europe or are you in North America? First, that's the first thing I need to know. If you are in North America, I can easily recommend for $600, maybe even less, for $550, I can recommend TCL R617 55-inch. If you're in North America, go with a TCL R617. It's a package deal. You got Dolby Vision, you got HDR, You got 96 local dimming zones. You got 840 nits peak of brightness. You got a NBP photon technology that's kind of similar to quantum dot. You got a really good white color gamut. You can't go wrong, dude. But it all depends on you, my friend. Maybe you want to go something higher. Maybe you want to go with a Q6FN, Q7FN. There might be dropping the prices on Q6FN down to 800, 750. So you might want to keep an eye on that as well. You know. Let's see what else we get. He wants an answer. Let me see. Let me see. What 4K player is better between the Panasonic A20 or Pioneer? I would go with the Pioneer, honestly, because Pioneer is really out there next to the Oppo in terms of quality and features. I would go with the Pioneer, honestly. Go with the Pioneer. You know, I still love my Oppo, and of course, there's no reason for me to upgrade to a 4K player because I already have the Oppo. I mean, it's the best 4K player there is, so there's no reason for me to upgrade. But Pioneer is definitely now, since the Oppo is gone, and Oppo, it's very expensive. If you want to get an Oppo now, be ready to spend $1,200, $1,300, in some cases $1,500. I've seen it for $1,600. It's ridiculous. So go with the Pioneer. Go with the Pioneer easily. I can recommend Pioneer. Absolutely. Yeah, I already answered the questions. I told him TCLR 617. But then again, if he wants to go with the Q6FN, he can go with the Q6FN. Just remember, Q6FN, it's still edge-lit. So just keep that in mind. But you're going to get that 120 hertz refresh rate. You are going to get that higher peak brightness. And you're going to get that quantum dot technology with much wider color gamut. But then again, it's up to you. You have to make the decision. Do you want to spend $800? Or do you want to spend $550, get yourself a TCLR 617, and then you still have money left to purchase Xbox One X if you are able to get it on Black Friday for $400. Good luck getting the Xbox One X on a Black Friday for $400 because you're going to have to fight. You're going to fight the crowd, man. Or maybe you'll get arrested. I don't know, man, depending on how badly you want that console. I don't know, guys. I really don't like going into Black Fridays, waiting in line. I had a bad experience, man. It's just brutal. It's brutal, dude. I'm not a fan of Black Fridays. I'm not, because it's brutal. It's a brutal experience, and I can't believe it's even legal that they let people march in like that, and then the chaos. It's just total freaking chaos, dude. People get arrested. People get hurt. Some people have died. It has happened. It's a freaking disaster, dude. I freaking hate it. Anyway, but that's just me. Let's see. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Well, it depends. You know, I mean, if you're not going to be, obviously, you're not going to be watching it from the side, from the right, from the left. You're going to be watching it from the center. As long as you're watching that TV from the center, you're going to be fine. You know, but for the gaming, you'll be fine with Q6FN and Q7F. You'll be okay with that TV for gaming. It's definitely a good choice for gaming. And the Xbox One X recommends that you get Q6FN, Q7FN, Q6 and Q7 for the gaming, especially with a 50-inch. It's a really good uniformity, 120 hertz. It's going to look great. It's going to look great, man. On the smaller TVs, on a 50-inch, you're really going to love it. What else we got? Light infection. Your PC looks awesome. What model that is? This is the Aurora. This is the Aurora, the latest one. I have the 8th Gen 8700 Core i7, 3.8 gigahertz, 6 cores. I don't know how many threads. It's a bunch of threads. It has 32 gigabytes of memory RAM. I can go up to 64 if I choose to do so. I can go up to 64 gigabytes of memory RAM. And I have a dual slot for the SLI. I also have the SLI bridge already installed if I choose to upgrade to the SLI, meaning I can put two 1080s. Now, should I do that? Should I not do that? I don't know. I mean, because there is 2080 out there. There's a single card 2080 Ti. I think with the 2080 Ti, you don't even have to do that. Where you can just simply use one card and achieve that. But it's pretty beastie, man. It's a pretty beastie PC. What you'd see here, this is my what you call it? What is that thing that I have? Shit. The Oculus. This is the Oculus Rift. This is the Oculus Rift. And then right here, what you see right over here, this is the TN panel. This is a BenQ twisted pneumatic TN panel, BenQ, and that's 27-inch. Look how small that 27-inch is in comparison to this 32-inch right here. This 32-inch is just gigantic. That's the 32-inch BenQ 4K HDR monitor. Now, what you see over here, it's the some televisions that I have. I have Vizio M55C2. I have my LG 3D there as well, and I think I have my Plasma is there in there as well. I got like 2-3 televisions sitting there. They're in there. Oh yes, I also have my my TCL P605 that's sitting in there as well. That's being just put there. My P605 TCL 4K television. Let me see what else we got. Hi, Mr4K. I'm looking to buy a 75-inch QLED TV in 2019. Just wondering, any news on photo-emissive TVs, quantum dots, and glass display coming in 2019? Hope you can help. REJ, I'm really not familiar. I'm not privy to this information. Like I said, I'll have to, just like everybody else, watch the CES Vegas and find out from there. And then we'll see what they've got. Because remember, there's a lot of stuff happening behind the closed doors, and they are not going to leak this information till the official CES Vegas, because they're not going to tell you everything that's going on. So I'll have to wait and see, just like everybody else, to see what they got for us in January, CES Vegas 2019. 2019. Did I just say 2016? 2019 CES Vegas. But let's see what else we got. What else we got? What do you think about the last year's 2017 Q7F when it came out? I mean, it's good. It definitely has the color gamut that you want. It has that peak brightness that you want. Like I said, my only complaint is the edge lit. Like I said, I personally think Samsung should get rid of the edge lit altogether. No one likes it. Let's be honest. Let's just call it the way it is. No one wants it. No one cares for it. Nobody wants it. Get rid of the edge lit. And I think next year, 2019, you won't see any edge lit at all. I mean, what's the point? Just get rid of the edge lit, man. You don't need it. You don't need it. Okay? So that's my only complaint. What I mean? The newest versions are a little bit brighter. They have the option to do 120 hertz. They have a FreeSync. They have a much better game mode built into it. They're much brighter. They have a much better color gamut. But that edge lit is something that I think they should get rid of, dude. Just get rid of that edge lit, man. You don't need it, Samsung. You don't need that edge lit. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Now. Do it now. Run to the chopper and get rid of that edge lit. That's how I feel about that. If Samsung will listen to me. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll get rid of the edge lit totally, altogether. I think they will. I think they will get rid of it. What else we got? Oscar Smith. Will Sony pulling out of E3 next year? Do you think there will be a PlayStation 5 announcement with 2020 release? I think they will announce something about PlayStation 5. But it's not going to happen till November. I think there's going to be probably in November, or maybe earlier than that, maybe October, PlayStation experience. They might do a PlayStation experience show, like 2.5 hours or 3 hours, where they will announce PlayStation 5, where they will announce the PlayStation VR 2, and they're going to talk about what they want to do. I don't think they're going to show you how a console looks, but they're going to tell you what they're going to be working on. They're going to show you the people behind, the team behind the PlayStation 5 and what they're working on and what they want to achieve, what they're going for, what kind of graphic fidelity they want to achieve, stuff like that. And I think that's what you will see. The announcement of PlayStation 5 and the release date and the price will happen on 2021 E3 show. I firmly believe 2021 is when we're going to see PlayStation 5. I firmly believe that. Seriously. I don't think it's going to be 2020. I think 2021. That's what I honestly believe. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 2020. But I think 2021. So what does that mean? That means that PlayStation 4 Pro, it's here to stay for a little while. That's what I think. Oh, it's Joker. Well, hey, Joker, how you doing? What happened? Your balls dropped off? Devin, Cullen, how you doing? So I got maybe, let me see, I got maybe 10 more minutes for you guys to answer some more questions, and then I'm going to have to call it quits. PlayStation 5, November 2020. Could be. It could be true, Dirty Sprite. I hope you're right. You're welcome, Joker. I normally don't do Heath Ledger on here because I try not to. I try to avoid doing it because I don't want to disrespect what the guy has done, man. You know, the way he has put that character, the way he has, you know, the way he has just brought that character, it's unbelievable. I don't think anybody can just top that, what he has done, you know. Will I be streaming Fallout 76? No. No, it's garbage. Cannot stream that garbage. I'm sorry. I will not spend $63 unless Bethesda wants to give it to me for free. I will do so and let you know how bad it is. But I can't. It's just the game. It's broken. It's a DLC. It's a Fallout 4 1.5. I don't want to spend $63 on a patch, on a DLC patch. You know what I mean? It's just not that good. Yeah, it's pure garbage. You know, that's what it is, man. It's not good. Q9, Q8, what's the best? They're both the best. They're both the best. It's just the other one has a little extra accolades, a little extra caviar. It has the One Connect box. It looks a little bit different in terms of cosmetics, the way the stands are being put into, the way the TV's being designed and hold in one place. It looks as if it's floating. That's how the stands are on the Q9FN. It has higher local dimming. So yes, the Q9FN has a higher local dimming. So expect to see much better, deep, dark levels that the LCD LED backlit can achieve. I don't think you're going to find anything better than what the Q9FN can do in terms of deep, dark levels and viewing angles for an LCD television. Remember, it's unbelievable that it's still an LCD television. And it's probably the best LCD television that you're going to be able to purchase currently, right now, next to Z9D. And it has, of course, higher peak brightness, 2,000 nits of peak brightness. I think it's over 2,000 nits peak of brightness, you know. All right, so 5 more minutes and more questions you guys have. Because remember, this is part 2. I already did part 1. I did the part 1, and then I had some problems and issues with the internet. This is part 2. Hey, bro, I'm ready to purchase a TV, Sony X900F or Samsung Q6. 900F, dude. Go with 900F. Why? Well, with 900F, you're getting kind of the same peak brightness as the Q8FN, and you're also getting a Dolby Vision. So go with a 900F, dude. You know. But now, if you want to step into Q8FN, then go with the Q8FN instead of 900F. But if you're going to go with the Q6F, it's still edge-lit. Go with the 900F. And you also get Dolby Vision with Sony. So you're getting a Dolby Vision. You're getting a good color gamut, peak brightness. So go with 900F, dude. That's what I would do. You know. But Q6F, it's good for gaming, but it's missing some features, you know. But then again, it also depends on what you're looking for, guys. A lot of people ask me this question. It doesn't matter what I think and what I want. You have to ask yourself, when you're buying a television, you have to ask yourself, what is it that you want? Do you care about 120 hertz refresh rate? Do you care about the low input lag? Are you a gamer? Does the edge lit bother you? Are you going to be sitting is somebody going to be watching your TV all the way to the left or all the way to the right? You got to ask yourself this question, because you're the one that's buying the TV. It's not me that's buying the TV. I can only tell you which TV has better features and which TV doesn't. But at the end of the day, you have to make that decision. You got to make that decision, guys. I cannot make that decision for you. People always ask me, can you tell me what's the best TV? There's no such thing as the best TV. There's only a good balanced TV out there. Like I keep saying, to me, Q8FN, it's the most balanced TV there is. Granted, there's different models of Samsung out there, Q6, Q7. But if you really want a good balanced TV that does gaming, that does 4K HDR well, that has a good picture quality, I would say Q8FN. However, there's no Dolby Vision. So it's not a complete package deal. It doesn't have Dolby Vision. Is Dolby Vision that important to you? See what else we got. Someone asked me, what's the best Sony X900E for 800 quid? That's in UK, 800 quid. That's not a bad price. But I would see if you can go cheaper. Go down for 750 quids. Negotiate. See if you can buy for 750. You know, but it's still a good deal. Still a good deal for a 900E. You know, it's not a bad deal. Considering you're in UK, I would try to get it for 700 quids. Negotiate. See if you can get it for 700 quids. Tell the guy, come on, man. It's Christmas. It's Thanksgiving. I know we don't celebrate it there, but it's Christmas, mate. Let's make it 700 quid. Let's make a deal. Let's see. Conrad says, what's the best game of the year in your opinion? Oh, that's easy, dude. This year, that's easy. Nothing can touch Red Dead Redemption 2. Sorry, God of War. Sorry, Spider-Man. Sorry, everybody out there. But to me, Red Dead Redemption, in my opinion, my seal of approval, Red Dead Redemption 2 just kills it, man. Such an amazing, amazing story, dude. So much to do in the game. So realistic. It's crazy. The world they built in, the gigantic maps, the stuff that you can do in the game. It's just, now when you add the multiplayer to it, if this game was $120, I would buy it. If Red Dead Redemption 2 was $120, I would gladly pay $120. That's how good this game is. And then people ask me about the crap like Fallout 76. I would never buy that nuclear disaster. I would never spend $63 unless somebody gives it to me for free. What are you going to do with the $63 when the servers go down and you can't play it? Bethesda has issues with the servers. It's only online. You can't play it. What are you going to do? Nothing. There goes $63 to the toilet. No, come on, guys. Red Dead Redemption 2, hands down, is the best game for me. Yes, I love God of War. It has a good emotional story too. But God of War, it's one narrative. It's a It's not an open world. It's just one narrative. It's one action adventure game. It's good, but man, when you look at Red Dead Redemption 2, not only does it have a very, very rich, gigantic storyline, but so much you can do. There's so much that you can do in that game. And I look at all of those elements. Red Dead Redemption 2 is hands down my personal seal of approval, the best game of the year, 2018. That's it. All right, what else we got? Okay, 3 more minutes. I'm going to ask them some more questions, and that's about it. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? Hello, Vaughn. How you doing? What game of the year I missed? Red Dead Redemption 2. That's my choice. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the game of the year for me personally. I know there's God of War. I know there's Spider-Man, but this is it for me personally. Red Dead Redemption 2. I can spend another hour talking about Red Dead Redemption 2 to tell you why, to me personally, it's the game of the year. Don't forget, there's multiplayer being dropped this Thanksgiving. So after you eat that turkey, after you get stuffed, you can do some online multiplayer on Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it has to be, hands down. There's so much in the game. The characters were designed perfectly. Better than any garbage movie out there that's in Hollywood. The storyline is so rich. The world, it's so real. There's so much on this game that it's echoing the masterpiece. Then when you add the multiplayer, that's it. Easily game of the year 2018. I'm not taking anything away from God of War. It's still great. I love it. I love Spider-Man, but come on. You can't hold a glass of water to the Rockstar Red Dead Redemption. You just can't. Rockstar has proven yet again that they're the kings. Take 2 games. Rockstar has proven, hey, we are the kings. We own this shit. Now, CD Projekt Red, they're also somebody that Rockstar needs to keep an eye on because they're coming slowly. They're slowly climbing that ladder. And I think their CD Projekt Red is going to be next Rockstar, the true competitor to Rockstar. I think Rockstar will have a true competitor. That's CD Projekt Red, and they know that. They need to keep an eye on that. But still, Rockstar, it's there. You know, they've been leading for how many years now? For what, 15, 18 years? They've been leading now. You know, Rockstar is a Rockstar. Take-Two Games Interactive. And then once the Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, it's endgame. Once the Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, good luck. Good luck to anybody out there. I double dare you to compete against Grand Theft Auto 6. I'll repeat this one more time before I end this live stream. I double dare you to try to compete against Grand Theft Auto 6. What a juggernaut that's going to be. End of story. All right, guys, I got to get going. I already done 2 hours of this live stream. I did answer as much as I could on your answers. I can't answer everybody. I can't make everyone happy. It's impossible for me to do that. I know you guys want your answers to be answered, your questions to be answered, but I'm a human being. I'm not some Superman. I cannot answer everyone's and every and each question that's out there. There's way too many questions, so little time. I think I did as much as I could in 2 hours. So thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for asking these questions and stuff. I appreciate it. This is part 2. There's the part 1. So there you have it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Dirty Sprite. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Devin. Thank you, the mobs. I guess Expert Joey couldn't make it today, but that's okay. He's busy, man. It's snowing out there. Where he's at, it's pouring. I mean, just blizzards of snow. So there you have it, guys. Take care. Have a good one, though. Cheers. And I'll see you, I'll see you soon. And I'll see you before Thanksgiving, and stuff like that. We'll do something for Thanksgiving at night after 10 o'clock. We'll have something going on. All right, guys, have a good one. Cheers. Take care and all the good stuff. Later.